Alright, welcome back to the channel everyone, and welcome to another guide of how to defeat some of these stages on the hardest level. This time we've got Jieqiao, the Battle of Beihai, and Shu Province all on the Liu Bei Shu side early on in Chapter 3. And for the first battle of Jieqiao, it's a pretty simple challenge. He could elude you, but after looking at some context clues of like, oh, the ambush, he's probably where he's at. Eliminating Chu Yi in 3 minutes for this battle's challenge is actually pretty easy to do. You just need to find him in the center of the map, the top left side. He is the ambushee for Gan Zunzan's group. So I believe I rushed there as fast as possible. I have my basic setup that I've had for some of my other videos as well. I'm just using whatever weapon I want. I think I switch over to the sword so I can burst him down pretty quickly because you only get 3 minutes to do that, and he's a little buffed up over there. So I believe I switched over to my sword in order to use some better battle odds. I popped my bravery, so I have my 2 bravery items with my attack boost and my meat buns. I popped the attack boost as well, just so I can get it down as fast as possible because his health is just not moving for me, or at least it's not as fast as I want it to be. So we got 3 minutes to do this. I don't want to waste any time here. At this point, if you're going in order, you should already have the really good sword or the halberd, either one. You can use either one and really shred through his health with the divine eagle dance that I love to use with the sword. I absolutely destroyed Chu Yi within 3 minutes. Very easy to do. Once you do that, you can pretty much clean the rest of the map without really an issue. Definitely one of the easier ones out of the 3. The next one, Beihai, is going to be a little bit tougher. For Jieqiao, it was pretty simple. Defeat Yang Liang and Wen Chou in duels if you want to duel them, and then set up your team to charge from the middle, and then that's it. Yeah, it's a very straightforward, easy map. Jieqiao is not too difficult at all. Moving over to the Battle of Beihai. Now, Beihai was a little tougher. It took me a couple times to beat it. The first time, the western gate is the one, at least for me, was more vulnerable because Zheng Fei is on the southern gate, so at least he can defend it somewhat. The western gate has nobody because they die so fast on that western side. There's nobody over there, so being wary of that is super important. So Battle of Beihai, we've got our challenge here. Claim the victory with all gates conditions being at 60% or better. So that includes both the west and the southern gate. If you see them drop to that halfway mark, you have failed. Go ahead, restart and try again. So what you're going to want to do, I think I have the basic setup once again for me. Nothing has changed. I'm just working on another weapon this time. As soon as the battle starts, you want to rush for those weapons. You want to rush for them. You do not want to wait, because if you end up waiting, those weapons, when they go into control of them, they will start doing a lot of damage to the gates, and you will most likely end up failing. So at the beginning of the stage, you want to rush as fast as you can to the weapons. I go for the western side first, the catapult and the ballista. You should be fast enough to destroy both of them before they end up taking control of them. So you can sneak over there, take them both down, and then head over to the south side, and then you're going to want to take down the other 2 weapons on that side as fast as possible as well. Once you have done that, you can spend a little time on the south gate if you want. I kind of just waited for Zheng Fei to show up, and once Zheng Fei showed up, then I left. I did a little bit of damage so I could help him out. I left, went back to the western side to check on, and when you go to the western side, there is nobody there. It's just a conglomerate group of enemies just pounding at the door. So the western gate is extremely vulnerable versus the south gate, at least at first. Eventually Taishisa comes a little bit before he goes back into the castle, and then you have some other like miscellaneous generals that show up as well. Liu Bei eventually reached the south gate as well to help out Zheng Fei, but you kind of want to just go back and forth. So for the western gate, you want to clear, if you don't have anybody there, definitely clear all of them first, then go back to the southern gate and just keep popping back and forth until Guanhai leaves his camp. I think he usually comes to the western side. I think it depends on where you are. Wherever you are, I think he's where he goes toward. But you just want to be weary of the 2 gates under attack. Usually Zheng Fei on that southern side is okay by himself, but it does not hurt to go check on him to make sure that that gate stays up. I believe on the footage for this second one, because I actually didn't record my successful attempt, you'll see that the gate is actually at 50%, and earlier the red flash of the challenge fail popped up. I realized I failed and ended up getting out. But I have the challenge completed. You just gotta make sure you're watching both of those gates as best as you can. Make sure Zheng Fei is over there doing it right until you get the reinforcements to show up and get a successful victory. If you are struggling with it, I'd recommend using your braveries or your attack boots, or maybe a better weapon that you really like to use in order to expedite some of the kills on the western gate, so you can go back to the southern gate and make sure it doesn't fall past that 60%. And then for the final battle, the Battle of Shu Province, the challenge for this one: defeat Cao Cao before his large force begins its advance. Now, I thought I would get like a little bit of leeway, a little extra time to just like, help out my allies and stuff. Nope, it's a race against time for you. So you're just gonna have to rush Cao Cao. I believe I have exact same setup as well. Once again, I've got my braveries, I've got my attack bulls, my meat buns. I'm using the demon slayer. The Podao is pretty good for this one. You've got the fire move that it has, very powerful, does a lot of damage. Get your Muso up really well as well. A lot of good stuff here. But yeah, you just want to rush straight towards Cao Cao. No hesitation, no nothing. Because his reinforcements and his troops run through a lot of your people pretty quickly. It's a race against really them doing damage to Liu Bei, killing Liu Bei. Yeah, so Liu Bei eventually is going to come down to, or he defends that centerpiece. So if Liu Bei obviously gets killed by Yu Jin's group before you kill Cao Cao, that is going to be a detriment to your progress. But for this one, you just literally want to rush Cao Cao as fast as you can. Any opportunity you have, I think Dian Wei activates his like ultimate Muso, rush him, get their morale down, pop your bravery, get your strong stuff, you know, everything you need to do in order to make it easier for you to chop them down, get Cao Cao's health down, all that good stuff you need in order to successfully complete the challenge. Once you defeat Cao Cao, I mean, that's pretty much it. Cao Cao's defeated, his advanced force or his large force never advances, so you win the challenge. So all three stages, I would say, are pretty straightforward and not too difficult to do. I think Beihai was probably the hardest one for me because of trying to maintain the western and the southern gate at the same time, and then always trying to experiment to see if I have time to do extra things and stuff. But for the most part, I think these three stages for the beginning of Liu Bei's, you know, path, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You're gonna have some hard ones coming up here pretty soon, but these three weren't too bad. I'll have the rest of the gameplay play for Shu Province, defeating Cao Cao, so you guys can see it. I think he gets pretty close. I don't know if he moves after he says like Cao Cao's forces are now advancing. I don't think he leaves because you're there with him, so I don't know if it would cancel out for you guys. Just, you know, watch your top right corner. If you see the red symbol that pops up that you saw earlier, that means you failed the challenge. Just go ahead and restart so you don't waste your time with that. But yeah, that's all I have for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, subscribe. We'll be doing some more challenges here very soon. Any questions, concerns, anything you guys are struggling with, let me know down below. But that's all I have, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Our lines won't hold any longer. Go back to the castle! Now advance! I shan't waver. Another strategic point lost? This is hopeless. Can I win? Tough, no matter how you slice it. Ain't you mad about us getting our asses kicked? At this rate, we're done for! I'll leave this area to you. Let's go. The road ahead is thorny, but walk in his shadow. Let's end this. This territory is ours. The enemy officer